A modern witch, a perfectly ordinary looking person, somebody that you will simply meet on the streets. Most of us are. We are a long way from that old Hollywood stereotype of the lady with the old bent nose wearing the pointy cap, a long black cape. I do like capes, however, riding along with our broomsticks in the company of a black cat. I've never even had a cat as a companion, yet I am truly a witch of some note and time. We work in a variety of occupations, and both men and women can join the craft. It is commonly forgotten that in some countries far more men than women were actually persecuted and executed during those terrible times of history. This course, however, is not a history lesson. This is a very practical course to get you started on the fundamentals. It is in fact a masterclass on all of the basics that you need to get started. And one of the things I want to emphasize right up is we have a deep regard for nature and her cycles. A little bit about me. I am a hereditary witch. This means that I come from a family where at least one other person is or was a witch. In my case, my beautiful maternal grandmother, my Nan, who often will scratch me behind the ear, and I know that she is here for me. She passed down all that I am passing on to you. We witches are commonly grouped into two major types, those that belong to a coven and those that are solitary like me. We are commonly called hedge witches, sometimes kitchen witches. There are further breakdowns of these broad definitions, however that just about covers it. I am a hereditary witch. This means I have a solo practice or a solitary practice. This is neither right nor wrong. It suits every person individually. There's something for you, and people may change over time. For example, as a solitary, I once joined a coven in North Bondi. It was a wonderful, powerful time, and I really enjoyed it. And other coven-based witches will turn solitary. We honor the pre-Christian gods and goddesses of the land, as above, so below. These ancient deities may at first seem strange to you. However, this course doesn't go deeply into them, as that is more advanced practices and a course that will follow. However, the message that they bring to this course and to you is that we are seeking balance. Balance in nature, balance between the sexes, balance between our everyday lives, which is often crazy and out of kilter. We all know that, don't we? We view life as fun and we love it. Almost everything we see is sacred and a divine gift from the gods and the goddesses. And this is something that Christianity finds a little bit tricky to deal with us. In fact, most of the world's religions, Judaism, Islam, and Christianity, there is this overall predominant view that the ultimate spiritual goal is beyond our divine Mother Earth. It's out there somewhere. And all of our earthly pleasures are attempts to corrupt us from our true purpose. We think that is nuts. For us, we see the divine in everything. The gods and goddesses of old were certainly not staid or boring. So where do we get this divine guidance, this divine light from? Nature nurtures us. The elements, earth, air, fire, and water. And during this course, I am going to invite you to connect, to work deeply with the elements. For when we feel the wind in our breath, the trees in our sway, the rain in our tears, and the rivers in our blood, we start to feel ourselves woven back into a belonging that allows our bodies to become the very voice, the essence of nature. Together we will discover and bless our magical toolbox. Athames, wands, cauldrons, stars. We will make a book of shadows. But please note, I'm not going to ask you to go out and buy all these things. They're available exactly where you are now. We will work ritually to enhance your ability to manifest with the 8 major festivals known as Sabbats or Esbats. These honour the great wheel of the year, the cyclical turning of nature's seasons, and the most famous of all is Samhain, which is the feast of Halloween as we call it today. We will craft deeply with the various phases of the moon. You will start your very own book of shadows and start to create your own spells. This is a very powerful practice because when you write it down, when you commit it, this craft, this wonder becomes woven into your DNA. I teach a lot of courses on shamanism, and I'm often asked, is shamanism witchcraft? Is witchcraft shamanism? Yes, the term head witch has shamanic undertones. By definition, the hedge rider or hedge witch travels at least between 2 of the known worlds, the world that we see manifest in front of us, and through to the spirit realms, the other realms, the lower, middle, and upper worlds. This course aims to bring the sacred alive in you so that your potential is opened, so that this becomes a transformative power for you. My aim is to be able to have you to bridge with this magical spiritual witchcraft path with your family, with your business, with your community. And in this way you start to heal your wounds and you may be of greater service here to our divine Mother Earth.